Hello my beans, back in my January video, I'll leave it in the cards, I showed you little glimpses of the Golden Circle tour, but I never actually talked about it. First things first, I went with Grey Line. I went on the late afternoon Golden Circle tour because I didn't want to go back to the geothermal plant and the church. Because it's late afternoon, they cut out these two things altogether. They just bring you to Thingvellir, Geyser and Stokkr and Gullfoss. So that is exactly what I wanted. Basically it's going to be 5 to 5.5 hours long. You still get a tour guide, you still get, a running commentary throughout the entire bus ride. My tour guide didn't get off the bus at any of the locations, he dropped us off and then we met him back after our allocated time. This was fine. I had already been to these locations before, and also he gives you information on the bus about each place. So yeah, you kind of are generally covered when you're there. The drive to Thingvellir, the first bit of the drive, is so beautiful. The mountains are just gorgeous. I am sure if you go into the Highlands in summer, I'm sure they are just absolutely beautiful, which I will one day do. But right now, we're talking about the Golden Circle tour. First stop is Thingvellir. It is the meeting place. It's where back in the olden times, they would meet and discuss politics. It's amazing to see the crack in the earth of the two tectonic plates shifting apart. It's just so cool. Iceland itself is splitting apart. I think it's 2 centimeters a year. But yeah, it was amazing to see Thingvellir not covered in ice and frozen, and to see it green and beautiful and luscious, and to actually see the rock and the definition, and it was just amazing. I really highly recommend you go there and walk around. And next time we move to Geyser and Stokkr. Geyser is dormant. It doesn't go off anymore, but Stokkr goes off every few minutes and is amazing. I absolutely love staying at Stokkr. I still haven't gone to see Geyser, still haven't gone to climb up that hill, haven't seen anything else. I have just stood at Stokkr the entirety of my time allocated there. I will go back there one day and walk up the hill and look at Geyser, but other than that, haven't done it. I've been too mesmerised by Stokkr. We got 30 minutes in each Thingvellir and Stokkr locations, so you think that's like, oh, 30 minutes, that's fine. It goes by so fast. Every time it was like, oh, we need to go back now. We take a few pictures and we go back. So half an hour is a short amount of time, but you do get a little sense of it, and you do, it's nice to see it again. We then went to Gullfoss. We got to spend an hour here, and this I absolutely adore. I love this waterfall. So amazing. This time I got to go closer to the waterfall, which made me so happy. We got to look down the crevice and see all the water gushing down, and it was just incredible. When I was there in January, the water had partially frozen, but as I was there in August, it's the end of summer, it was roaring is the only way I can describe it. It was just absolutely incredible, and I was so happy I got to go closer and go down that pathway that was closed off to me in January for safety reasons. So I'm so glad I got to go back. Absolutely love Gullfoss. He then took us to a very small waterfall, but nevertheless very beautiful. The sun was going down, so it was really pretty light, and it was a gorgeous location. It's like a mini little Gullfoss, and it was lovely. The drive home is really cool as well. As you're coming back into Reykjavik, the mountains are just beautiful, and the towns, geothermal towns around it, where the soil is too hot for bodies to be buried there. so they have to bury them completely out of town. There's always something really exciting or unusual or fascinating about this country, so I definitely recommend you take a tour and find out some more information about Iceland. This one cost, I think, €58, so not that much for 5.5 hours, and you get dropped back. Well, I got dropped back at my apartment, so I think it's well worth it. You're never bored on the drive there or back because there's always something beautiful to see. The 3 locations are gorgeous and packed full of history and information, and I would 100% recommend it. If you don't want to rent a car and do it yourself, I would definitely recommend Grey Line Tours. I really hoped you enjoyed this video and it was interesting and insightful and you learned something. So do me a favour, get up, go outside and go have an adventure. Thank you so much for watching. I will see all of you again soon. Bye.